Who would like to begin discussing their approach to their revised annotation?
Me?
Okay. Okay, we'll just show the visual annotation. This is your revised. Okay, can you take us through the steps and how you approach the revision? You have to just talk loudly, please, okay?
Okay, so the first steps, which are to the text and to mark it up and to add it, like connect it with the visual. Well, I basically drew the text inside of the visual, which I'm hoping is connected. I marked up the words that describe, because my part of our thing is I'm the descriptions and the looks of things. So I marked up colored the words green that describe what the ship looks like, and I drew the text in the ship so you kind of see them.
Okay, so in our visual annotation approach, you've started asking questions, which would be step 4. And then have you started answering the questions through inferencing?
No.
So that would be your next step, right? What's the importance of asking questions?
Well, the questions help you like better understand. They show you what you want to know like more about that, and the questions you don't ask show what you already know.
Okay, and how can you find answers to your questions? What are some strategies?
Can you continue reading?
Yes, so exactly. So one student in the other class, his approach, which was quite clever, was he started asking a series of questions and then started recalling passages in the novel. And so he started recording passages that connected to this one to answer his questions. So that's quite clever. Why?
Because like the other passages is like the way they answer his questions helped him understand this passage better.
Okay, great. Okay, let's move on. Thank you, Nellie.
No, I got next.
Okay, I'll just show your visual annotation here. Okay, can you talk us through your, sorry, I'm just filming here. Can you talk us through your steps?
So like here I wrote the word in purple that like kind of leads to all of this. So because Desdemona, this guy, is like a pathetic cheapskate, that's why like he doesn't pay for the Coral Queen's sewage to be hauled away. He just tells his people to flush it into the ocean.
Okay.
And
Jonas, there, I'll upload it now.
this happens because of him and like mine is personality.
Yes.
So this really shapes who Noah's father is, and who Noah's father is shaped kind of Noah's.
So you're essentially responding to this keyword, which is how pathetic this figure is, this character.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So then you've done a very nice job of the visual annotation. You started to ask questions to push your thinking. And then I would ask the same thing I asked Nellie, which is...
Well, actually, Nellie helped me make this one.
Okay, but I mean in terms of answering your questions. Have you started making inferences and tried to search for the answers to your questions?
Yeah, after I finished the book, like, I realized he did get caught, but, like, because he had some really good lawyers, like, he didn't really get in jail for it, but then, like, later, his son burned his boat, which led to it being, like, gone. I haven't really answered this question. It's just more about like his character, because like this is like really pathetic, dumping all the sewage into the water where there's turtles and children. It's like really pathetic, and I don't know how anyone could go that low.
Okay.
Yes.
And like my other question, how will it
Jonas,
affect
I got the
sea
internet.
creatures? Or is like I kind of answered that because like this sewage really affects the turtles and it could get them sick,
Okay.
and along with all the other people.
Okay.
That's one.
Okay. Well, great evolution though, huh? In terms of your visual annotation. Okay. Okay, this is your revised visual annotation?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you talk us through how you approached the revision?
I tried to do all of the steps.
Mhm.
I wrote the passage and I circled the keywords.
Mhm.
I wrote some of the questions that I had related to this passage.
Excellent.
And then I've given some answers with the same can answer to the questions that I've given.
Okay, so that's curious. I like how you presented the answers here. You kind of incorporated that into your visual annotation so that it's truly connected. How did you start finding the answers to your questions? Because you asked really interesting questions about, why was she crying? How was she feeling? What was really going on? To try to understand this emotional landscape. But how did you start making these inferences? What did you start doing?
I first read the first part was
For the passage? Yes?
and then I wrote the questions that I had and then I read some more
Okay.
and I answered the questions that I had.
Okay, excellent.
So
Yes.
this is the passage I'm most proud of.
Is this a 2-page or are we looking at 1 page? Okay. Okay. Can you talk us through this, please?
And so I followed the formula to make it better than like my previous one,
Okay.
which is like
That's an interesting comment you made about following the formula. What did you notice when you were more kind of attentive to the steps? How did that change the way that you were able to engage with the passage?
I like documented the passage and then
Yes.
like circle like the big ideas and like here like the main big idea of the whole passage I
Yes.
put it in like a blue container and like with an exclamation mark so that I would know that that's the piece of writing I have to concentrate over in my sketch note.
Mm-hmm.
And then here I represented like the main idea, which is the skiff,
Mm-hmm.
Noah's father's skiff, which Lice wanted to buy.
Okay.
And here I asked a series of questions that relate to the
Wait, but Lice didn't really want to buy it. Noah's dad was offering it to
Yeah,
Lice
so
so
that-
Lice would expose Dusty to the Coast Guard.
so that he would help them. And so I have
It's
like
uploaded.
questions connected to the sketch and to the passage. And
What would we, as a group here, what would we identify as what we need to think about for our second revised sketch note? Of our visual annotation. So I'm really happy to see that everyone has tried to follow the steps a bit more carefully so that you can really, because following those steps will help scaffold your thinking and really shape the way that you are engaging with the passage and also clarify your thinking. But what would you say are our next steps?
maybe like document like the big idea.
I think that your next steps would be kind of getting the text to involve with
So the visual annotation piece, like really engaging still with the meaning you're unlocking and your visualization. Okay. Do you think that continuing to ask questions is a crucial step?
Yeah, it probably is.
Yes. Why? Why would that still be? Because you did an excellent job of visualizing keywords
Because
in
the
the
more
text.
questions we ask and the more questions we answer, we improve our understanding of our passages.
And also too, though, would that help you understand the hero's journey and the
Yeah,
novel?
and probably like the actions of other characters towards this character.
Fascinating. Good. Excellent work. I'm very proud of all of you. I see incredible growth. Really, you should feel very proud of this. So I'm really excited to conference with you for your next revised one. Okay? Great.